Capricorn, you certainly have your work cut out for you this month. Have a look at this chart. This is the Capricorn solar chart for the month of May 2024, and a lot of energy down here under what we would call the horizon of the horoscope, beneath the earth. So there's a lot going on deep inside you, stuff that you have to work out, especially with this Mars-Neptune combination right at the bottom end of the chart. That's almost a form of paralysis. This fourth sector here, 1, 2, 3, 4, is your family life. So it's showing us that this area of your life may be a little bit combative. You may have a desire to physically do things, change things, to bring about some peace of mind. That'll be activated by that transit of moon there that you can see on the 5th. It's going to carry some of this, what we call malefic energy of Saturn, Neptune, Mars, through your 4th house on the 6th and 7th. So you really need to keep a lid on it. Don't overreact. As it moves out of that placement into this 5th house on the 7th, it encounters Venus and the new moon of the 8th, bringing about a really lovely transformation in your creative endeavors. This also has to do with your children, if you're a parent. So there's a new format, a new chapter that is emerging, a new way of doing things. And my way of seeing this, Capricorn, is that it's a positive sort of omen for you because of all the really nice planets here in this 5th house. Uranus is a little shaky, but it rules your finances, and so that may have to do with creatively investing money, creatively earning money through some creative pursuits, well worth looking at. And because you've got the lucky Venus and Jupiter encapsulating those energies, that brings with it an additional level of good fortune. The Sun will also move to the conjunction of Jupiter. That's generally considered a lucky planet. For you, it rules this 12th sector of spending and expenses. So here we see it around the 14th, and that gets stronger and stronger, burning up the energies of that expense planet. In other words, putting a hold on your money, allowing you to recoup some losses, or to invest in cheap stocks, things like that can actually give you a quick yield. Mercury then moves into the 5th house, so that activates your creative intelligence. That's an additional feather in your cap. You need all of that energy, but you must be careful because sometimes when we have too many planets in one sector, it makes it difficult to choose and focus, which really is one of the secrets of success, isn't it? To bring your attention wholly and solely on one thing. And that also is the truly creative state of being focused on one thing in the moment and allowing the energies to bring forth your genius, if I could put it that way. I haven't missed it. The Sun moves to Gemini on the 20th, bringing with it a dose, an injection of energy into your workplace affairs. It also brings with it some energizing influence on your workplace activities that impact your health. For example, the chair I'm sitting in needs to be changed. That impacts your health. Believe it or not, when you're unconsciously or subconsciously uncomfortable, that must be sort of undermining your level of concentration in your output. Look at that full moon. There it is in the 12th house while the Sun is in the 6th on the 23rd. That's interesting. That's a spiritualization of the work at hand, the approach to your money. And I think that is an interesting extension to the new moon that we saw there in the 5th house of creativity. So I think that hand in glove, this creative and spiritual aspect of the 12th house movement of the moon, I think is going to bring you really, really good results. Perhaps throughout those few days of the full moon, 23, 24, 25, maybe spend a little time in meditation, contemplate, visualize what is it exactly that you want to achieve and utilize the energy of those planets. Look at that. Speaking of the moon, it comes back to its May month default, which is there with Pluto. Isn't it interesting too that you began the month with a lunar position in the finance sector with that obsessive transformational Pluto, and then it continued all the way around throughout the month and ended up here right at the tail end of May, and then finishing on the 31st in your third house of communication. Now, before I leave you, I want to talk briefly about probably the most significant long-term transit. By long-term, I mean 1 year transit, and that's the transit of Jupiter. That is going to really enhance your workplace activities. It's possibly going to put an additional workload on your plate. And so therefore you need to have all of that 12th house spirituality, meditation, whatever you want to call it, self-hypnosis, just self-help stuff that can get you through the stressful periods to make this coming year, because it is a once in 12-year transit that is happening here in this 6th house, very positive. Use your creative visualization to make it happen. Also, use your creative visualization to get on over to astrology.com.au, because I've got some more information on you and you don't want to miss out on that. You don't want to miss out on subscribing. We don't want to miss out on you subscribing either. So do that so we can at least get our numbers up. That would help us. And by all means, come back next month. I'll be waiting for you. Looking forward to your company again. Bye-bye.